Hey everybody, Nick here, and today I want to do a little disassembly and maintenance on this big guy right here. This is the Spyderco Amalgam. Interesting piece. Compression lock flipper out of the Taichung factory. Looking forward to taking this guy apart. A couple of things to highlight though is the centering is actually not quite there. It is a little bit favoring the... what the heck do you call the lock side in a compression lock knife? Because it's on the other side. Look, whatever it is, it's favoring the side with the spider on. No, it's favoring the non-spider side, which is good and, well, good. No, actually, it's not good. But it is a thing. And so we'll keep that in mind as I'm reassembling it, that, you know, if that's still the case, I didn't screw up. That's just the nature of the beast. And then let's go ahead and take this guy apart. Where are my drivers? Okay. Betting T8 here all around. If I can take it down from this side, I'd like to. Looks like I might not be able to. There we go. Okay. Little tiny bit of thread locker, but nothing aggressive, so there's no problem. Yeah, okay. Fair amount of thread locker, but nothing aggressive. No problem. Looks like I'm taking it apart from this side. Yeah. It's not as great, just because it's a little harder to work with the... Am I flip-flopping this? Yeah, it looks like I am. Okay, no, never mind. I'm taking it apart from both sides. No problem. I can live with that. Alrighty. There we go. And that's popped loose now as well. Nice. Alright, now at this point in time, I should be able to disassemble this guy just by sort of rocking the scales apart. Just rock around the Christmas tree here. Yeah, there we go. It's a reference to a song for those of you not from the culture in which rocking around the Christmas tree is a thing. All right, come on. Maybe it's the lanyard hole. There we go. Oh. All right, almost there. Now just need to pop this side off. Beautiful. All right, we are good to go here. How reflective is that? Nah, not too bad. Need to check to see if the Batman needed to show up. Huh. All right. So what we see here is actually interesting. Let's pop this guy over. Let's start cleaning, that is. So I'm using just some 91% rub and alcohol. And if you're ever curious about the tools I'm using, go on ahead and check my knife disassembly toolkit video, and we will take it from that'll explain everything for you. Just going to go ahead and get up in these gaps here and clean up what I can. This is, by the way, factory fresh. Like, quite literally, this showed up in a package from the Spyderco factory freshly about 3 days ago. And so, but I'm doing my knife disassembly because that's a part of my shtick, and because it lets me make sure everything's on even footing as I do the review. Mind you, I'm probably not going to do the review of this guy immediately. I just have a spare moment, and so I figured why the heck not get it all ready for the day when that happens. A couple of things to highlight here. I mean, we can see Spyderco compression lock, ceramic detent ball. Nice. All right, cool. No argument there. Very beefy stop pin. This is the new Spyderco bearing system. So you can see here there is no... there aren't those really thin plastic, or not plastic, metal washers that kind of dished out on occasion in the past. That's nice. Instead, you've just got these little phosphor bronze cages, looks like phosphor bronze, containing little ball bearings. So that's cool. Here we go. And here we go, here we go, here we go. Bam. We are cleaned up. And this guy here is kind of interesting. So they've got this little secondary stop pin sort of an approach. So you can see here that there is this little groove that's cut into the blade, and then there's this little stud that's put into the handle. And those two things work with each other. And so even without a stop pin, they have a secondary stop pin in there, which is nice. I don't entirely... I think this was explained as being a little bit of extra... because the compression lock is also the stop pin... They wanted a little bit of extra beef to it, but hey, whatever it is, it's fine by me. No real complaints with it, I suppose. And then, okay, this is the, yeah, because it's going to fit like this, and so this is your detent ball hole. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I mean, on the whole, it's Spyderco. Very reminiscent on the inside as the Sliver X, which was another knife which was another knife. You don't say. You know, things don't tend to be reminiscent. You know, like, oh, it's very reminiscent to the Sliver Axe, which was a small, I don't know, type of mammal. I would hope that most pocket knives are not reminiscent of things they are not. Pocket knives. Actually, some are reminiscent of pry bars. I digress. So I'm just going ahead and I'm cleaning off these screws a little bit, trying to get some of this thread locker off of there. Not going to super succeed, but you know what? It's every little bit helps, right? And try and pop that off. Yeah, get up out of there. Good. Yeah, we're getting that cleaned out. That's nice. Alrighty, so now let's put this back together. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this time some, it's called Knife Pivot Lube, KPL. This is a new compound I've been testing. New, well, it's new to me. The maker, full disclosure, sent this along. But it's a new Knife Pivot Lube, as the name might imply, that is notably cheaper than my my go-to in the past, which has been Nano Oil. And so if something is cheaper and better, I want to find out about it, because that means it is, or frankly, cheaper and the same. It works fine for me too, because that's always been the bugaboo. So, the Nano Oil, that is. So, anyways, now I've got this guy put into position here. And everything is set on that side. Now let's go ahead and oil up the detent ball hole and track a little bit for you there. Drop a little bit of lubrications right here, 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 and here. Go ahead and lubricate the detent ball itself. Put a bearing in place. Beautiful. Spin that around a little bit. Awesome. And now we drop everything back into position. Am I missing anything? What's on the table still? Nothing. All right, good. Well, a knife and other things, but nothing crucial. Well, sometimes a knife is crucial. Anyways, I digress. So we've got here, I'm going to use some blue Loctite on a stick here. I think I already plugged my disassembly toolkit video, but go check it out if you didn't. There we go. Throw that into position, I guess. I feel like the pivot has slid out the other side a little. Yeah, it has. But that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start tightening a little bit here. I'll pull the compression lock. There we go. By pushing the compression lock over underneath here, that allowed things to kind of pop into proper positioning. There we go. Little squeeze gets the backspacer screws into position. Again, don't use force. Unless you're Luke Skywalker, in which case you can use the force. But don't use force. Generally speaking, when you're taking apart pocket knives, you shouldn't need to use a whole lot of pressure, a whole lot of pinch, a whole lot of, crunch in order to get a knife back together. Some knives occasionally do require some doing. But generally speaking, these are precision objects meant to be put together in precision ways. And so in that case, it was one of those things where I might have been able to force that through with crazy amounts of torque, but just popping the compression lock spring over did everything that I needed it to, and without trouble. So that's good. Okay, back spaces are tight. Beautiful. Now let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, that's running nice too. Yeah, that's running beautiful. That big freaking knife. No play though. That's nice. Yeah. Oh, didn't get my finger out of the way in time. That is one downside with the compression lock, is that you've got the flipper tab coming. Oh, coming through. Oh, there. So you got to get your finger out of the way. But that said, it's running beautifully. Alrighty, so there you go. That was your Spyderco Amalgam. Hope this has been interesting to you. Have yourselves an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.